Prime Minister and a leader of the Democratic Party, which is polling about the same as the Brothers of Italy. He joins me now live from Rome. Mr. Letta, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. So, as we've just shown there, those polls suggest Giorgia Meloni, of course, the Brothers of Italy leader, is on course to become Italy's first far-right leader. What would this mean for Italy, in your view?
But first of all, the happiest people at world level, if Giorgia Meloni wins the elections, are Donald Trump, Putin, and in Europe, Orban. So, first of all, there's the big risk of a big change in the Italian presence at world level. But of course, it is also, for me, for what I think, and for what we think as Democratic Party, a big risk also for the future of the country in economic terms, in social terms, and also for the way in which the country is run in terms of unity, in terms of cohesion. I think it's the next elections will be key elections. We are keep fighting to avoid this outcome.
What is it about her policies, her party's policies, that you think are worrying?
But first of all, Meloni's party, with the two allies, they toppled the very well working Draghi's government. That is, I think, the first big mistake that they did, and I think it's a very bad choice for the country. Draghi's government was running the country with very good and positive choices. The application, the implementation of the recovery plan with the big amount of European money to make the country more reliable and more compliant in terms of digital transition, in terms of sustainable transition. The big risk I see is an interruption, is a stop in this process, because the three right parties, they worked together to stop Draghi's government. We supported Draghi's government, and we would like to continue policies that were at the very heart of Draghi's agenda.
She's not here, of course, to defend herself, but she does argue that she's been unfairly portrayed as a far-right extremist, that she says she has shared values, Mr. Letta, with the Conservatives in the UK, with the Republicans in the US, and the Likud party in Israel. So, in terms of policy, let me ask you again, what worries you? What will that mean, for example, for the role of Italy in the EU?
But it is not just a problem of discourses or speeches. What worries us is related to their choices. For instance, at European level, they voted against all climate change European laws and directives. They weren't supporting the recovery plan that was so important and positive for the country, always against any immigration European policy, and always against any policy at the European level for a more integrated Europe. In Europe, their allies, the name of their allies are Marine Le Pen are in France or Orban in Hungary. So parties and leaders that they don't want to have a more integrated Europe. They always want to have a weaker Europe. So we think that the big risk, it is not just for Italy, but it is also for Europe. We need a stronger Europe, and we need Italy at the very heart of Europe, with France, Germany, Spain, the Benelux, and not with Hungary and Poland.
Mr. Letta, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak to us. Thank you.